Well, hello civilians. Welcome back to our channel. And today we will be asking a question. Does busyness equals productivity? So, let's begin. Now, this is a topic of debate for a very long time. Many believe that productivity means putting in the hours constantly. But is it really true? We see people working hard and putting 80 to 100 hours per week or even more than that, but without any visible results. Now we know that lasting success takes time, but here we are talking about short-term results. So are they really being productive or they're just working? Now here is a fact for you. The average employee is only productive for about 2 hours and 53 minutes a day. Now you might be thinking that what the hell do they do for the rest of their 5 hours and 7 minutes? Well, there are many things that they might be doing, like scrolling social media, chatting with other colleagues, browsing news websites, and many other things that don't contribute to their productivity. But you know what the funny thing is? That they still do their job and get paid at the end of every month. So that pretty much tells you that we can't be productive all the time, and we have our own very zone in which we are the most productive. For example, during the lockdown, many people reported that they are not as productive as they were in their office. But on the other hand, there were also people who claimed that they became more productive while working from home. It's like there's a place that you feel most productive in. There's also an ideal time during which you feel most productive. To define it in simple terms, there are two kinds of people. Those who like to work early in the morning, and we call them early birds. And then there are those who can't stand early mornings and find peace at night, and we call them the night owls. The early birds can do anything with utmost precision in the morning as it's their productive time, but feel unmotivated and fatigued at night. On the other hand, the night owls feel lazy and unproductive in the morning, but can find their groove back in the night. Now, there are many things that can affect your productivity even when we are in our prime time. And to increase our productivity, we need to stay away from them. And here are 5 things that can hamper your productivity. And the first thing is constant notifications. Who doesn't own a smartphone nowadays? It's so unlikely that you don't have one, and if you have one, then you also get bombarded by the notifications of social media, which lets you know each and everything that is happening around the world. Now that's a good thing, but not so good when you are trying to concentrate on your work, as it can really distract you and make you lose your rhythm. And then there's a phenomena called FOMO, or fear of missing out. It's a byproduct of these constant notifications. It can really make you lose your shit as soon as you hear a on your phone, and I really hope that you don't have the severe symptoms, but always be aware because it can get you before you even know it. Just recently I decided to experiment with switching off all the notifications except the ones that are really important to me, and I can assure you that my life has never been easier than before. Earlier I used to get more than 300 notifications a day, but now I get only about 50 to 70 notifications a day. I experimented with this for around 10 days. I am completely satisfied with the results. I am never going back to receiving 400 notifications a day. I highly recommend that you should try once to switch off all the unnecessary notifications. Your life would become great. Now the second thing is multitasking. We as human beings are capable of many things, but multitasking is not one of them. And being productive and multitasking is like mixing oil and water. It's a complete mess. We can be our most productive self when we are focusing only on one thing. But as today's cultures demand, we have to multitask, and thus we do a lousy job and get frustrated. Our human brain is not made for multitasking, and many researchers and articles have proven this fact. But still we try to do it and hope to be productive, but that's just not possible as of now. But in the future, who knows? For us, multitasking is the ability to screw more than one job at the same time. So please, for God's sake, stop multitasking. Now the third point is depressed mind. A depressed mind is like a Hummer. It can take you to your destination but can drink a lot of oil, like a Hummer. Doing important tasks with a depressed mind is the least productive thing you can do, because you're forcing your brain to work, and when you force someone to work, then the results are often sloppy. It's best to take care of the tense mindset first, as it will hamper your productivity as well as your whole life if it gets out of control. And if you're depressed, then don't shy from seeking help. You can ask help from your friends or family, or even go to a medical professional who is an expert in this field. It's completely normal. Now the fourth point is domestic distractions. Now we all are witnessing a massive shift in corporate culture that is known as work from home or maybe work from anywhere, and this comes with its fair share of problems. When working from home, we all need some privacy and an isolated place where we can't get distracted or disturbed. But it's not possible for all of us as we don't really get that kind of privacy. It may be your mom's daily sitcoms or her orders to do the chores, or your sister's non-stop ear-bleeding songs, or your dog's constant barking. The reasons are plenty and the result is the same, and that is a distracted mind. Now, when the mind is distracted, you know how the work is going to end up. Hence, either eliminate the distractions or reduce them to a certain extent that they don't hamper your productivity. Now, the fifth point is unorganized schedule. More often than not, we ourselves are responsible for our lack of productivity. Now, you might be asking, how is that possible? If we have our schedule jam-packed with uncompleted tasks, then one portion of our attention keeps reminding ourselves that we also need to complete those tasks as well. With these constant reminders, we keep getting distracted and don't pay 100% attention to the work in hand, and the result, well, you know it. It's really bad. So it's really better to have a clutter-free schedule before starting an important task to get the best results and have the maximum productivity. So these were the 5 things that hamper your productivity on a day-to-day basis. And now we come to the conclusion of this video. While wrapping this up, we just want to say that it may not be possible to stay productive all the time. And this also doesn't mean that you have to put in 80 to 100 hours a week just to feel like you have done something. Know your most productive time and make sure you stay away from all the above described distractions, and then you will be surprised by the results. We can guarantee you that much. Keep on hustling, but productively. Well, that is for today, CiBillions. If you enjoyed our content, then please like, comment, share and subscribe. And thanks for being with us until the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.